Hi Aries, welcome to How Love Tarot. This is your weekly reading for January 2022. I have several layers of the reading that I'm going to be looking into. I've got your present position, I've got your strength, your challenge, your first layer of outcome, your second layer of outcome, and the third layer of outcome. Okay, so in your present position, you're dealing with something quite stressful, Aries. It feels like it's been going on a while and there's a lot of hidden emotions about it. It feels like you want it to end. It's extremely stressful. Part of it has to do with communication. I feel like communication is a challenge with whoever you're dealing with. I feel like they gaslight you. I feel like they take what you say and they turn it around, and it's always a battle that you're dealing with. So this week it feels like that's kind of spilling over into the week, but it seems like it's been there for quite some time. In your strength position, we have the Queen of Swords in the reverse, we have the Temperance in the upright position, and we have the High Priestess in the upright position. So it feels like what you have to do in the strength position is take the high road in regards to this situation. It feels like you cannot speak your mind about, I feel like when you do speak your mind in this particular situation, it feels like whoever you're dealing with, just again, that gaslighting, just kind of turning around what you're saying, manipulating what you're saying, and just really not on your side. So it feels like here there's an impatience for this situation to end, and it feels like you're going to take the high road, and you're going to kind of have faith. You're going to have faith that things are going to be different because this is temporary. So that is coming out very strongly, that you're going to have the strength to kind of deal with this situation and get it behind you. Here in the challenge position, we have the Ace of Swords, and this is, you know, it feels like with this situation, you just, you know, you want to be able to speak authentically, speak openly and honestly. And the challenge is that you have to shut down communication completely, because it just, you know, if you say the sky is blue, this person says the sky is red with yellow spots. I mean, they just turn everything that you say around. So the challenge is not saying anything this week. Now, I'm flying through this because it's the same kind of energy. I want to get to your outcome because it seems like the outcome is where it's at for you. Here we have the Emperor in the upright position, we have the Knight of Swords in the upright position, and we have the Queen of Wands in the upright position. So what's going to be happening this week is that I feel it's time now to embrace a new situation and walk away from what it is that's causing you stress. Now, for some of you, it's not like a job or career or anything like that, or a manager. For some of you, it has to do with contracts, right? It has to do with something to do with a contract, and it's just taking time. And it shows here that everything gets wrapped up. Maybe not this week, but pretty soon it gets wrapped up, and you come out of that energy of frustration. And here in the Knight of Swords, it shows here that so here in the Emperor, it shows that Aries, you start to take on new challenges that are strategic and more in alignment with who you are and what you want. It feels like you're very experienced, and whatever this is, you're very experienced, you're very knowledgeable, you're very wise and intelligent. And it feels like, you know, you're being stifled. And so here it shows in the Knight of Swords that you find a situation where you can speak your truth and people not manipulate it. And you can be open and honest. And so that shows coming up in your outcome. And it shows here in the Queen of Wands that I feel like what you find... it's something that you're passionate about that starts the new beginning. So it feels extremely positive in the outcome. It feels like, you know, this situation is forcing you into a new direction. And sometimes when things happen in our life like that, Aries, it's not a matter of, oh, that was supposed to be, that was meant to be, and all that malarkey. It's more of when adversity happens, it's an opportunity for improvement. And I feel like what you do is you take an opportunity for improvement. You take the situation and you're handed lemons and you're making lemonade from it. Here in the outcome, it does show here that you're very well aware that somebody is quite manipulative or is only watching out for themselves. And it feels like you are playing the game. And so it feels like you're going to be successful at that. Here we've got message of concern. And for some of you, you are going to be kind of concerned with something to do with this person, especially if it has to do with work. If it has to do with contracts and something that you're wrapping up, then there's just a tiny bit of stress, but I do feel like there's some light here, and I do feel like you have it under control, and I do feel like the ball is in your court and you will find an outcome. That does feel positive. And it does feel like, even though it may feel like you're kind of going to get burned in the situation, I feel with your strategic thinking and your intelligence and your wisdom and your ability not to say anything, I do feel that laying low and just kind of turning in a different direction and giving your energy to new things that will create a different outcome, that will be the source of how you get out of this situation. But I do see you, making movement to get out of it. And for those of you in a contract, it does feel like it's going to end pretty soon, whatever stress that is. And here we have the last layer of the outcome. We have the Three of Cups, right? I mean, beautiful energy for the outcome. News worth celebrating. And I kind of felt that all the way through, right? It's about communication. It's about news. It's about kind of something that you're going to get via email, or it's communication. So news worth celebrating, joyful announcements like engagements, weddings, pregnancy or graduation, a time of gratitude, close communities or chosen families. So right here I feel like you reconnect with what does make you happy, which is family, friends, and having a good time when you're not in this situation. So I feel a lot of balance. I feel like there is going to be news worth celebrating. Here we have message of concern. So like I said, it's coming out twice in your energy for the outcome. And it does feel like here, because you handle the situation strategically and you are able to just lay low, it does feel like this message of concern turns into a message of happiness and celebrating. Aries, coming up right here in the drop down menu is your 2023-2022 yearly readings. One is money, career and finance. The other one is how do they feel about you, a love reading. And then the other one is if you're single, and it's a love reading for 2022. Please check out your January readings as well, because I'm a psychic and a medium, so time is fluid and the spirit world is giving me information that sometimes when you're watching the reading it doesn't make any sense, but when you go back and look at last month's reading, like meaning the old readings for January, you will see that the information has played out for those of you that it resonates with. This reading is for entertainment purposes only. Aries, I hope the video was helpful. You take care.